The imposing building housing Pizza Life head office. Sandra bursts in. There is a nice view of the city from the ascending glass elevator, which can give a deceptive impression of power. 34. Interior. Mike's office. Day. Sandra enters Mike's office without warning, deliberately ignoring the secretary who didn't seem happy with her intrusion. Sandra. So. Mike's only answer was to use the TV remote control. Most of local and foreign business channels are broadcasting the same piece of news. TV screen. An American channel. An American anchorman. Today's most important business news. Pizza Life stocks are plummeting. A few sentences by a woman were enough to shake a global business empire with a turnover of more than $4 billion a year. The program shows Eva pushing with disgust the pizza offered to her, while the anchorman continues his comments. An American anchorman. It must be said though, that this is no ordinary woman. She's the company's manager's wife, the mascot of the flagship product of the company. Faithful consumers identified themselves with her. 35. Interior. Mike's office. Mike looks at Sandra with a hurt expression. He changes to another channel. Images of empty pizzerias in major cities of the world. TV screen. A French channel. A French anchor woman. This is a modern interpretation of the story of Samson and Delilah. A few words were enough for the French consumer to shun the famous American pizza, which incidentally, has nothing to do with age-old French culinary traditions alive and kicking though going back to the dawn of time. This could have a catastrophic social impact, however, with 20,000 local jobs hanging in the balance. 36. Interior. Mike's office. Mike changes to channels with the remote control. The only good news comes from the country of the rising sun. An anchorwoman gives her comments about the reactions of Japanese customers queuing before Pizza Life restaurants. A Japanese anchorwoman. This real-life soap opera involving Eva Reeves and her husband, the billionaire owner of Pizza Life, seems to whet the appetite of Japanese consumers. Comments continue, while the TV channel broadcasts the pictures of hundreds of Japanese customers queuing a Pizza Life restaurant. The Japanese anchorwoman. The whiffs of scandal, mixed with the special taste of American food, have pushed the demand for this pizza to new heights. Consumption has rocketed by 19%. 37. Interior. Mike's office. Pressing on the intercom, Mike calls his secretary. Mike. I want a meeting of the management board in 1 hour from now. 38. Exterior. A village in an Arab country. Day. Men, women and children are running in panic in all directions. Shouts and cries can be heard, as well as orders in Arabic and the deafening roar of a helicopter in the sky. Among the running villagers, a woman with a baby, holding a gun with one of her H. She keeps running while aiming at the chopper and firing several shots. 39. Inside the helicopter. Day. The occupants of the helicopter duck their heads as a bullet hits the window. The pilot. Shit. She hit us. 40. Exterior. In the sky. The pilot turns and positions the helicopter laterally to the running woman, who keeps shooting with her free hand. Bullets whistle all around the helicopter. 41. Interior. In the cockpit. The co-pilot. Shoot the bitch. Shoot her or she'll kill us before. The pilot. But she's got a baby. The co-pilot. Shoot, I tell you. The pilot aims at the woman. 42. Exterior. Sky. Just when he's about to shoot, a still image of the scene, Everything seems to come to a halt, the woman running, the baby crying, and the helicopter chopping the air. The pilot. Fucking war. Then, the bullet hits the woman with an almost surgical explosion and everything seems to stop. Her head suddenly tilts backwards. She slowly collapses on her side. A short motionless moment later, the 2-year-old baby, Omar, can be seen dragging himself out of the cloth in which he was held to his mother. The baby, shaking his mother's body, apparently not understanding what just happened to her. Ma. Ma. The iron bird of prey continues to hover over their heads. 43. Interior. Meeting room. Day. Mike chairing a meeting of the management board, in a large meeting room with wide glass windows overlooking the city. Sandra, his personnel assistant, the marketing director and the financial director. Behind him is a large painting of a pizza-shaped planet, with continents represented by anchovies, olives, and mushrooms, and a radiant Eva. And a slogan above, in big letters, Taste Poetry. Mike, sitting. I have convened this meeting so that you can explain to me what's happening here. A company it took me 15 years to build, and which a few words put on the verge of collapse. The marketing director. You know as well as we do, Mike, that we don't sell products, we sell myths. Your wife, whom we associated to our efforts during so many years, ought not have destroyed this myth. We're still, on a TV show enjoying a vast audience. It's snowballing out of control. The longer we wait, the harder it will be to limit the damage. Mike. Right. But what should we do now? We're not going to continue watching and waiting without doing anything, are we? The financial director. For my part, I think we should sell our shares as fast as we can. 44. Exterior. Pizza Life Restaurants. Day. The financial director point of view. While the financial director continues explaining the situation, Pizza Life restaurants can be seen, some half empty, others almost without a single customer. The financial director. Our sales have dropped by almost 50%. 45. Exterior. Shops. Day. The financial director point of view. Merchandise of all sorts is being stacked in front of Pizza Life cold stores. Truck drivers, unable to unload their goods, are throwing up their hands in exasperation. The financial director. Our cold stores are full and our perishable goods are rotting. We cannot refuse taking delivery of merchandise we firmly committed ourselves to buy. 46. Exterior. Bank. Day. The financial director point of view. The financial director is seen entering a bank. 47. Interior. Bank. Day. Immediately thereafter, a high bank manager, smiling awkwardly, hands him back a file. A loan request, which has apparently been rejected. The financial director. To avoid this debacle, we need more working capital funds. It would allow us to rent more cold stores for our perishable goods. But banks refuse to play the game. 48. Interior. Meeting room. Day. The financial director. For all these reasons, I think we should sell our shares in the capital as fast as possible to avoid bankruptcy. Mike. But have you considered that by selling, we'll make prices sink even further? Sandra. Wouldn't it be better to wait, to manage somehow to get more liquid assets, and thus weather the storm? Mike. Wait. Is that all we can do? An embarrassed silence prevails in the room. Mike. Meeting over. All leave the office, except the marketing director. The marketing director. Mike, I must give you something. He opens his briefcase, and gives Mike a letter. Mike. Surprised. That's all you can do? A resignation letter? I bet you think the old lion has become toothless. The marketing director. Those are the rules, Mike. You know them better than I do, Mike. Yeah. You're probably right. Those are the rules. 49. Interior. Waiting room to Mike's office. On his way out, the marketing director addresses the secretary, who looks at him, startled. The marketing director. Darling, if you reject my dinner invitation, you'll soon find yourself without a job. I can tell you. 50. Exterior. Garbage Valley. The largest dumping site in the world. Dawn. In the thick early morning fog, and the refuse vapors, here and there, children are fighting over scraps with stray dogs and squadrons of quarrelsome birds. Noisily squeaking as far as the eye can see. Pepito. Victoriously wielding a book. Look here what I've found. A boy, smoking a cigarette butt. So what? What are you picking all those books for? A boy. Pepito is going to run for garbage pickers president. The whole group bursts into merriment, while Pepito starts reading. Pepito. Listen to this. People reaching her age would fill the void in their lives giving their love to others. But she could never love anyone. At least not for a long period. Now she was looking desperately for a goal, a cause. Offering her help to a primitive, destitute tribe lost in the Amazon, in the northern pole or in the Haggard Desert, may bring her peace of soul. Then, talking again to his companions. What do you think of this, guys? The boy. What do we think of this? Tell her to come here, to Garbage Valley, to Mexico. It's the most interesting place on earth. Pepito. One day, I too will write books. But I bet mine won't end in a dumping site. On the book's back cover, a picture of the author. 51. Exterior. Entrance of Pizza Life. Night. In the evening, Mike goes back to his office, as if for the last time. He seems to have acquired the wisdom that comes to people when they finally realize the futility of human existence. He stops a moment at the entrance, near the old black doorman, Babu, and watches the night. Babu. Familiar. Something wrong, Mike? Mike. Yeah. Something is wrong. Babu. Babu. Did you know it's your father who gave me this nickname? Come, let's raise a glass to old times. 52. Interior. Studio apartment. Night. He takes him inside his small studio unit on the ground floor, and takes 2 beers out his fridge. Mike. I think this is it. I have decided to give up. The old doorman apparently didn't hear him. Babu. Rummaging about through a small heap of papers on a shelf, and picking a photo album. Look here, Mike. That's me with your father, when we were young. Heavens. I can't believe I was once so handsome. They both burst into a hearty laughter. Life's misfortunes can bring people closer, who in other circumstances would have nothing to share. Another photo shows Mike as a child, and close by, his father and the black doorman, winning the best pizza prize. 53. Interior. School. Day. Flashback. Mike recalls painful images from a bygone era, a party organized in a primary school, and the headmaster congratulating the pupil he once was. The headmaster. The prize for the best pizza is from Mike Reeves. The assembly room is resounding with the applause of parents, and the shouts of children. The headmaster. As agreed, all proceeds will be used to provide school help for destitute children. Back to the present. 54. Interior. Studio apartment. Night. Babu. Putting familiarly his hand over Mike's shoulders. So, let's do it all over again. I kept my apron through all these years, you know. Boo goes to his closet, and takes out an old blue apron, covered with patched, but it seemed more beautiful than a clay painting. 55. Interior. Mike's office. Night. Later. Hours later, Mike is in his office again, in an almost total darkness, looking through the large glass windows. Sinatra's voice echoes in the night, "New York, New York." Time seems to have stopped. Suddenly, Mike, who was musing, bursts out. "Mike. Oh my God. Well, I didn't think about it before." Then, he frantically dials a number. 56. Interior. Sandra's bedroom. Night. Sandra turns on the night light by her bed and answers the phone. 57. Interior. Mike's office. Night. Mike. "Hello, Sandra, it's Mike. The old lion hasn't lost all his teeth. He's still able to hunt." 58. Interior. Sandra's bedroom. Night. Sandra. "What do you mean?" 59. Interior. Mike's office. Night. But Mike, who has already put the phone on the desk, goes to the balcony. Sinatra's voice continues to echo in the night. 60. Exterior. Balcony. Night. The city is flooded with lights. Mike's silhouette, under some light. Sandra. "Mike, do you hear me? Answer." Mike. "To the city. Here I am again, New York."